Hello everyone and happy spring. In the coming week I plan to do a couple of short videos to share some of my thoughts about focus areas for the board in the next few years if I am reelected. Today I want to talk about some ideas about board meetings and structures to ensure the board operates in a more efficient, transparent, and effective way. One, I believe the board needs to start out the new year this summer with a full-day board retreat that we don't need to be paid for. That board retreat we could gather with some parents, some district leaders, maybe even some students, and dig into some data to determine what are our highest priorities for the coming year. Once those priorities are set, we can bring them to our new superintendent to discuss with her to make sure we're all rowing in the same direction. One is we want to know that we are focusing on the right things, but also that we're focusing on the highest priority things so that our time together is spent well, and so we're not getting ourselves involved as board members in issues that we know our staff are best positioned to take care of. At that retreat, we also need to work on our working relationship as a board, perhaps with the help of a volunteer facilitator. We need to identify a commonly agreed upon set of operating principles and a foundation for treating each other with respect as peers and colleagues so that we can get some really important work done this year. When I look at board meetings themselves, I think we could do some things better. One, we regularly celebrate students and staff through our Parade of Champions, which is great and we all really enjoy that. But given our small space, we often can't fit honorees and their guests into our boardroom. I'd like to see us bring those honorees to meetings once every month or two instead of every meeting, and hold the meetings at the Performing Arts Center or at different schools with more space and larger space so that everyone who wants to attend can fit. And we can really make those meetings feel special and unique and celebratory as well. Another benefit to that is that our other meetings would move faster and there'd be more room for people who want to come to those meetings to focus on business items on the agenda. Another idea. At every regular meeting, we have what we call delegations. Delegations are opportunities for citizens to come speak to us. They're currently held at the end of our meetings, which really doesn't make sense. We need to bring them to the beginning of our meetings so that people who want to speak to us don't have to sit through the entire meetings. They can be long before they can address us, but also so that people can speak to us about things on the agenda that evening before we have to vote on them. That way we're really able to take people's perspectives into our votes and decisions. And the truth is, meetings are sometimes hard to get to, even if you are interested in something on the agenda that evening. So I'd like to make all of our meetings accessible to all community members by accessing the great program we have at Wheeling Park High School. We should be able to record and broadcast all of our meetings. I'd like to explore that next year. Finally, I'd like to see the board adopt a new and meaningful set of committees. These committees should represent the most important aspects of leading our school system, such as facilities, finance, extracurriculars and student life, community and parent engagement, and curriculum and instruction. One board member would sit on each committee and they'd meet regularly with other committee members, parents, teachers, administrators, and even students. And they would bring that perspective back to fellow board members to inform policies and decision making. Instead of us all trying to be experts in every aspect of our school system, we would trust each other to bring the deep perspective needed to make great decisions in each of these areas. This is a practice that's common with boards all around the country based on my research. Thanks for listening to these ideas today. Feel free to leave me some comments. I'd love to know your thoughts, always. In my next video, I'm going to share what I believe are some of the more pressing issues we're facing as a school system that the board needs to focus on in the years to come. And I also will share some ideas on how we can better communicate with our constituents, our students, their families, and you, the voters. See you then, and thanks.